There are two truths that you need to understand and accept if you are to have any shot of scaling your coaching offer past 10, 20, 30K per month. Number one, if you are not using AI in some way, shape, or form within your coaching business, then you are going to fall behind. Number two, if you do not have an ironed out setting process, then you are also going to fall behind because you're going to be losing leads out of your pipeline. Today, I'm going to show you the exact AI system that allows me to create videos just like this, which brings me hundreds of thousands of views and, more importantly, hundreds of leads. Then I'm going to show you the exact setting process that I developed by watching hundreds of hours of Alex Hormozi's sales content. This setting process is going to allow you to book high ticket sales calls with clients that are going to be ready to pay you $9K upfront. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lionel. I'm a growth operator. I have generated 7.5 million for the clients that I've operated on, with my highest offer being a fitness offer doing 1.27 euros per month, which roughly translates to $1.5 million per month. I've also scaled my own offer to 20K per month within the first month of launch. I've helped multiple of my students get their first viral videos, get their first sales and info, scale their Instagram account. So this guy had 300 followers and within 2 months scaled to 10K followers, get their first high ticket sales, and so on and so forth. So starting off with how I use AI to generate hundreds of thousands of views for myself and hundreds of leads. We're going to start off with Poppy AI. Poppy AI is the best language model that you can use to generate content. The reason why is because it's extremely customizable and it's visual, meaning that it's a lot easier to understand what you're doing. Full transparency, you can do everything that Poppy AI does within ChatGPT. The difference is that ChatGPT would require heavy prompt engineering, which unfortunately I just do not have time to learn. And if you're watching this, I don't think you do either. Make it easy for yourself. Get Poppy AI, learn how to do this. The number one thing you need to understand is formats. So formats are ways that specific videos are constructed. You have different formats across social media. I'll use an educational niche for example. You have straight talking head, you have talking head with Miro, you have talking head with whiteboard, you have talking head with edits. These are all the different ways that people construct educational videos. What you want to do is want to have a section where, with you using a specific format and one of your competitors using a specific format. This lady is technically not my direct competitor. She's just the person that I swiped this format from. So that's why I have her in here. So one mistake that you want to avoid is you want to avoid comparing one format to a different format. It's going to be essentially like comparing horses to donkeys. They do not mix. You have to compare format to format. After you have these two sections, you need a section with your business information. So this is going to be your offer, your ICPs, their dreams, their desires, their pains, their fears. All that information needs to be within this section right here. Then you're going to have a different section for scripting guidelines. So I have a general document that teaches the bot the basics of scripting short form content. I have stems for the two formats that I'm going to use, and I have voice guidelines. Voice guidelines are extremely important because it teaches the bot how to talk like you. Without voice guidelines, it's going to sound like every other AI bot. The last thing you're going to need is a system prompt. The system prompt is the most important part of everything because this is the baseline instructions that you give the bot whenever scripting for you, and it's quite hefty. We can keep scrolling so you can kind of see the level of detail that I went in constructing this. And all you have to do is connect everything up into an output box. So think of all of these as the database that you're using to pull information from. So when you ask questions within the output box, it can spit out the best results. We can open this up and you can see how easy it is for me to script my content. All right, so now with the data I have, all I have to do is give me 10 ideas for the versus format. I just have to wait for it to think and output. Okay, so we can look at all the ideas that it just generated, right? So idea number one, sales call structure, pricing strategy, email sequences, offer clarity, discovery call questions, content repurposing, objection handling, testimonial connection, webinar strategy, refund policy. Let's do discovery call questions. Iron out this for idea into a full script. And now we can read through the script that it generated for me. So it gives me the visual hook, the text hook, the verbal hook. So verbal hook, 5K per month mentor versus 50K per month mentor. Mentor A, what's your close rate on sales calls? 5K per month mentor is about 20%. I take 20 calls a month and close 4 of them. Most people just aren't ready or can't afford it. I'm spending hours on calls with people who never buy. It's frustrating. interviewer, what question are you asking on these calls? I usually ask, so what are you looking for, and let them talk. Then I pitch my offer and I see if they're interested. Pretty straightforward. Mentor B, what's your close rate? 60%. I take 10 calls a month to close 6 of them. And before I ask, it's not because I'm a better salesperson, it's because I only talk to qualified people. Here's what I do. I use a BAM framework: budget, authority, need, and time. Budget, what's your monthly revenue right now? If they're making less than 5K a month, they can't afford my 5K program. I don't want to waste their time or mine. Authority, or either the decision maker, or do you need to talk to a business partner or a spouse? If they need permission, they're not ready. Need, what happens if you don't solve this problem in the next 90 days? If there's no urgency, they won't buy. Time, when do you need this solved by? If they say eventually or someday, they're not serious. I ask these questions before I even pitch. If they don't qualify, I don't take the call. He's wasting 16 hours a month on unqualified calls. I'm spending 10 hours closing qualified buyers. And then switch back to 5K. Wait, so I'm taking calls with broke people who can't afford my offer when I should be screening them first. Exactly. You don't have a sales problem. You have a qualification problem. Stop taking every call. Start taking the right calls. How do I even know what question to ask? Comment the word question. The line will send you the exact 18 discovery questions I use to qualify every lead. Boom. That's a pretty good script. And I didn't even have to do anything. It's that simple. So after you get your content scripted and you have it recorded and you have it posted and you start getting some traction and you start getting some leads, all you have to do is follow what I'm going to show you next as far as how to talk to these people through DMs. This is a conversation that led to a 9.5K PIF. This customer bought my highest offer at the time, which is for me to partner with them and help them scale their coaching offer. Full transparency, that offer is no longer 9.5K. We have increased our prices, so the bare minimum is now low 5 figures, but we added some more 4-figure offers to help out people in the lower bracket of income. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get into this conversation. So first thing I send out is, hey, just notice that you follow me and I wanted to reach out and say thank you for the support. Love the content. And as I go through here, I'm going to explain the psychology on why I'm asking these specific questions or I'm saying these specific things in return. Thank you. I'm currently scripting my reels for the next few days, and I'm just curious on if there was any piece of advice that really caught your eye. I'd love to record something that would specifically help you. The reason why I ask that is because that's a way for me to ask what they're struggling with without directly asking what they're struggling with. Because if you directly ask what they're struggling with as the second message, you're going to face sales resistance because people are hyper aware that people try to sell them through DM. You're going to face sales resistance because prospects are hyper aware that you're trying to sell them through DMs. Comparison between 525 and 50K per month was very insightful. It shows that what works and what doesn't. Yeah, video format is currently a favorite. I get a lot of people that tell me something similar. A big thing for me is understanding what the specific topic that is helping you out so that I can make more content on that. Do you mind if I ask what the topic is for you? He didn't directly give me the answer I wanted, so I re-asked the question in a different way to fish it out of him. It's just new information for me. I think, here we go. I was like, where is this from? Oh, it's just new information for me. I'm interested to see what you have to offer as a coach for coaches. I'm free for a call if you have time, anytime before 6 p.m. Pacific time. So he was super eager to get on a call, but notice how I didn't pitch the call, or I didn't let him get on a call yet, because he's not qualified. I don't know his financial situation. I don't know his need for a solution. I know nothing about this prospect. Most of you would get here, somebody tells you that they're eager to get on a call, and then you will just drop your pants and offer them the call. No, you will see how many times he asked me to get on a call, and I just continue the process because I haven't gotten the information that I need out of him yet in order to increase my closing probability. Got you. And I'm actually not a coach for coaches. I'm an info engineer. To simplify what that means, my company basically takes care of everything you need in order to sell your mentorship so that you can focus on posting content and serving your clients. And are you trying to start a mentorship? Because I looked at everything that you have going on now and I don't see one. Yes, I'm in transition. I'm going to coach barbers how to scale their businesses. I already have one client that's fire. I know a couple people crushing it in the barber niche. Are you going low ticket or high ticket? 5K for 3 months. It's like medium ticket. I want to start off at 3.5K for 3 months just to get my foot in the door for the first 5 clients. Yeah, That's full blown high ticket. Good job. Most people are too scared to charge that much starting out. How long have you been selling that for? I remember you said you already have one client. You see how I'm engaging with what the prospect is saying back, and I'm not just jumping from question to question to question, right? That's a mistake that most setters do, and it makes them sound super robotic. I closed my first client at 5.8K in May. 5K on a new offer is pretty good. How many other clients have you had since then? And yet trying to juggle. Why is this all crunched up? That's weird. 0, I've been so focused on barbering. I decided to make the jump and transition to coaching, so I only cut hair for 3 days a week so I can focus on building my coaching business. Eventually want to retire from cutting hair in January. Yeah, trying to juggle an in-person business and an online business is pretty hard. You're never able to really give either one the attention it needs. May I ask what made you want to switch to online coaching? It seems like you're running a pretty good barber business right now. He has, I think, about 700 to 900,000 followers across the social media platforms. So, yeah, he's pretty well off. I want location freedom, and by mentoring, I'm serving my true purpose of leading. I want to change the lives of others, barbers, as my life has changed by investing into mentors so I can scale my business. So this is the first piece of information that I needed, which is the need. Why is he trying to get the solution to whatever problem that he's facing? I don't even know what that problem is, but I do know. Well, I know now, but back then I didn't know. But I do know why he wants it. That's fair. Growing up, my family used to travel a lot, and I never fully really appreciated it until I was an adult and couldn't travel because of my job. As for far as wanting to lead others, man, I actually reply. Not too many people approach online coaching from that standpoint of wanting to help others first. Is there a specific goal with your online program that you're trying to reach by January in order to retire from barbering itself? I want to have a few clients that generate massive results so I can use them for testimonials. I want to close at least 3 to 5 by January and have the skills to scale 15 or more new clients Q1. What's your game plan for closing 3 to 5 by those 15 in Q1? I have Sunday through Wednesday off from barber so I can focus on getting new clients, spending some days cold outreaching leads, interacting, blah, blah, blah. Have a couple of days off so you can focus on your new business is your advantage. Not a lot of people have that since you're leaning more on online coaching. How effective has your cold outreach been? I haven't been putting more effort in cold outreaching. From my understanding of where you're at, cold outreach is the main source of clients for your coaching business. If my understanding is correct, may I ask why you're not putting much effort in your goal? If your goal is ultimately to transition to online coaching, well, I literally just started my transition. My schedule hasn't changed yet, but because I got booked out ahead of time, but I closed those days off already, so I won't be able to book. But some people have booked a month ago, and yes, okay, I understand your situation better now. Would it help if I shared some information on my thoughts? Yes, please. So this is a question that I ask to give me an opportunity to gain more authority, right? So now that I have a better understanding of his situation, I'm actually able to say something or give him some specific insight that might switch his way of thinking. Because if you can successfully switch your prospect's way of thinking, they will. It's almost a form of putting them in debt. It's called value debting them, right? You have to value debt them. So I'd send them pretty much a 3-minute voice note, just breaking down some of the limiting beliefs that I was hearing from him. And you can kind of see his reaction. This was so profound. What are the services you offer? Again, now he's more enticed to get on a call with me, but I still do not let him get on a call, and you'll see why. I really appreciate you taking the time going in depth with me, and I see so much value in working together. You have given me great insight already. I just saw your highlight. I'll go ahead and get myself ready to print. This is from him looking at my story sequence. I really appreciate you taking the time going blah, blah, blah. Of course, man, I'm a value first guy. I actually also have one of my trainings. I actually also have one of the trainings my business partner and I put our DM setters through whenever they are cold outreaching. Would it help if I send it over? So this is me putting him more into value debt. The key here is value debt. If oftentimes too many people try to approach selling through DMs from the standpoint of selling through DMs. You should not be trying to sell anybody through DMs. You should be trying to uncover their pain points and their motivations. And you should be trying to put them in as much value debt as possible. And you do that by, once you understand their pain points, you can say something or tell them something that's going to flip their way of thinking, and you can send them free resources that's going to help them in whatever situation they are in. That is how you properly DM set, right? So he says, yes, I got you. A big problem with cold outreaching is knowing how to properly follow up. This video breaks down the exact follow-up sequences we use for recovery rate, hundreds of thousands of potential lost dollars for our clients. Send him one of the videos my business partner has made and is up in his YouTube channel. Then right after I send that, that's when I respond to him continuously asking me what services do I provide. And I said, as far as this, like I said before, my company literally just takes care of everything involved with running a successful mentorship for you so that you can focus on your content and your students. To be honest, I'd love to jump on a call with you to learn even more about your specific situation so that we can see if we'd be able to help you out. Would you be against that? Yeah, let's hop on a call. Perfect. I work on a blah, 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 blah. Setting the call and booked a call. And obviously we're here. Yeah, so call was closed, but pay attention to how many times he tried to initiate the call, and I completely ignored it because I had not gathered the information that I needed in order to sell him properly, and two, I had not put him in enough value debt for anything to happen. That's the key takeaway here that I want you to have is you do not want to even try to hop on a call with anybody unless you have provided so much value for them through your content, through your DMs, a conversation to where they are indebted to you. Then you pitch the call and then they will close. That's how you close 9.5K pips through DMs, right? Now, that's everything for this video. If you look at one of these cards right here, it's going to show you a 1 hour and 30-minute breakdown of how you can scale your entire coaching business, because DM setting and content is just one piece of this puzzle. See you there.